It doesn't start with yelling or chaos. It starts quietly. You're a kid, 7, maybe 8, watching an adult fall apart. Could be addiction, could be rage, could be emotional shutdown. And in that moment, your body learns something your brain can't explain yet. If I don't hold this together, no one will. That's when you stop being a kid. Not because you want to, but because it doesn't feel safe not to. So you adapt. You become the good one. You read the room before you speak. You learn how to stay useful, calm, invisible. You don't cause problems. You solve them. And people notice. They call you mature, responsible, strong. What they don't see is what it costs you. Psychologists call this parentification. It's when a child takes on emotional or adult responsibilities way too early. You become the peacekeeper, the emotional support system, the one who doesn't fall apart. And here's the part most people miss. This doesn't just affect your childhood. It wires your nervous system. You grow up hyper-aware, always alert, always scanning for tension, always bracing for impact. Your body learns that love isn't free. It's something you earn by being helpful, calm, and low maintenance. So your needs get buried, not because they disappear, but because they feel dangerous.
Before we keep going, if this is hitting a nerve and you want more real conversations about trauma, healing, and the psychology behind why we are the way we are, hit subscribe. This channel is for people who had to grow up way too fast. As an adult, these patterns don't magically go away. They just show up differently. You might be hyper-independent, hate asking for help, feel uncomfortable relying on anyone. You might struggle to rest, like if you're not being productive, you're doing something wrong. You might feel weird during happy moments, like joy is unfamiliar, or like it's going to get taken away. Relationships can feel exhausting. You overgive, over-explain, over-function, and then you wonder why you feel drained and quietly resentful. Here's the truth. You didn't do this because you were strong. You did it because kids will abandon themselves to stay connected. That's survival. That's instinct. But what saved you back then can trap you now. A lot of adults walking around today are still stuck in survival mode. They confuse anxiety with intuition. They confuse exhaustion with success. They confuse being needed with being loved. And underneath all of it is grief for the childhood that never happened. Healing doesn't start with fixing yourself. It starts with being honest, with admitting it was hard, that it was unfair, that it did leave a mark.
When you slow down enough, that younger version of you is still there, asking questions like, why did I have to be the strong one? Why didn't anyone notice? Who takes care of me now? This is where healing actually begins, not with pretending everything's fine, not with toxic positivity, but with turning toward the parts of yourself you had to ignore to survive. You let yourself feel the anger, the sadness, the exhaustion. You stop earning rest. You stop apologizing for having needs. And yeah, sometimes you'll feel softer, younger, more emotional. That's not weakness. That's your nervous system finally standing down. Because real maturity isn't being hard, it's being whole. You weren't broken. You adapted. And now, you get to choose something different. You get to stop carrying everyone. You get to stop holding your breath. You get to let that kid finally feel safe. You may not have had a childhood, but you still have a future. And this time, it's yours.